Check.
I can hear you, Suresh. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're audible too.
Okay, thanks.
Well, a very good evening and welcome along to live football action here at the Reliance Corporate Park. This is the grand final you've all been waiting for. It is Classic Football Academy taking on Mohun Bagan Super Giants in the all-important game here. Match number 34 in the fourth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. This is what it all boils down to as the two teams from the East battle it out here for the name on the trophy. Wonderful scenes here at the Reliance Corporate Park as both these teams have gone through such a journey to get to this very phase. And now it all matters about the result. Winning is all that matters as both teams will be going into an intense battle between each other to get the honors of the champions of the fourth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Well, this is me, Suraj, your commentator for this evening with my co-commentator, Junaid, and we are so excited to bring you live action as the referee is all but set to introduce the two sets of teams out there in the middle as we
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता जय है जय है जय है जय 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 है.
Well, as the national anthem rings around the Reliance Corporate Park in this wonderful playing surface, and full credit to the ground staff who have maintained this for the players to get the ball on the deck and play some wonderful football. And this has all the ingredients of a cracking contest, as both teams absolutely dominated their semi-finals to be here at this moment. It's the 14th of April. It's the grand final, and I cannot wait for the start of this match, and it proves that it has all the makings of an instant classic. The referee for this evening, Jarvish Makwan, with his two assistants, Vasant Kumar and Yuvraj Tari, with the fourth official today, Vishal, who will be having a close eye on the proceedings from the sidelines, as both the teams will get their pre-match photos for their socials. And all smiles now, but they will draw the battle lines very shortly for an intense 90 minutes coming up to you shortly at the Reliance Foundation Youth Sports YouTube channel, as the two skippers out there in the middle, well, they have led their teams absolutely brilliantly throughout this tournament. Rohit Singh, the number 7, the skipper for Classic Football Academy. And as for Mohun Bagan Super Giants, their defensive monster in Amandeep Singh, number 36. They have been outstanding throughout the competitions, and they have very rightfully booked their place in the finals. And it's a massive 90 minutes for both these teams to get their name on the trophy here, as the two teams will go out there and give it their all, give it their best, and give us a cracking game of football. Well, all the pre-match niceties have all been completed here. The teams will get into their pre-match huddles as we bring you the team news here.
Right, this is how Classic Football Academy start this fixture. Yudhembram Rohit Singh, the skipper, and Suraj Singh in between the stakes. Govind Singh, Pungsan Singh, Sumit Singh, Puneet, Bharat, Abrash, Rishi, Tangjam Singh, and Kulapam Zahir Khan. And those starting out on the bench, Anish Singh, Vaikom, Tunal Singh, Moirantham Singh, David, Maiti, Blessing Kishing, and Kontanjam Maiti. Chitrasen Singh is the coach of the side from Manipur. For Mohun Bagan Super Giants, Amandeep, Priyansh Dubey, Sahil Inamdar, Sertokom, Lontan Singh, Leon Castenha, Sandeep Malik, Pokpam Singh, Pasant Tamang Dorji, Umar Mukhtar, and Tong Singh. And those starting out as subs, Raj Basfor, Mohammad Niyaj, Haukib, Ningobam Singh, Shibam Munda, Nishar, Vian Vinay. This has all the makings of an exciting contest, this Suraj. Both the teams who have gone to possibly, arguably, the best sides who have played in this competition will go head-to-head for the next 90 minutes.
Spot on there, Junaid. These two teams have battled it out throughout, and we're all but set for the final. And it's Mohun Bagan Super Giants in their green and maroon kit. Very, very recognizable these days. Kicking things off from left to right as Classic Football Academy, who have been defensively brilliant throughout this competition, winning their semi-finals with a clean sheet as well. Both teams getting into this final full of confidence. Getting in here on the left-hand side, early pressure here, looking to just win the ball. They've done very well. Tyson Singh does very well to skip away from a couple of challenges. Sibajit on the left-hand side finds the skipper Amandeep, venturing forward. Brisk start here from Mohun Bagan, looking for the way forward here. Just feels like one or two goals might just separate the two teams here. Such has been the intensity of the matches in the Reliance Foundation Development League, and its Classic Football Academy have pinched the ball straight away in the middle of the park here. On the left-hand side is Zahir Khan. Can he get there first? Good strong challenge there.
And that is one of the areas Zahir Khan has dominated left, right, and center right throughout the competition. In the left channel, he has been right up there. The skipper of the Manipur side, Zahir Khan. All they'll be looking for is a good, swift start. We've seen what Classic Football Academy brings to the table in terms of their attacking threat. They've got the likes of Bharat, Abrash. Abrash in particular has been absolutely top-notch with his ball distribution. He has a very good eye for a pass. Here's Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Had opened up nicely for him, had a bit of space ahead. Decides to go through with a shot. Couldn't quite wrap his laces behind that one.
Tumsul Tongson there looking to take that shot on his left foot as the space really did open up. And looking to build out the back here, Classic Football Academy. Defensively, they have been so switched on, and that will really please Coach Andam Singh. Throughout the tournament, they've been hard to break down. Mohun Bagan Super Giants put in a 5-star performance in the semi-finals against Jamshedpur Football Club. So they know their route to the back of the goal here as the two coaches, Tegi Cardozo for Mohun Bagan Super Giants on your screen there. He has masterminded his team's route into the final here, but he'll want his team to go that one step forward. 2 minutes on the clock here. It's been a very cagey start from both teams.
We want to be a lot watchful. Classic Football Academy, the defense has been top-notch quality as well. They haven't allowed that back line to be tested out. It was a defensive masterclass when they faced FC Goa in the semi-finals. They scored 3 and never allowed FC Goa to get a strong foothold into the game. Yes, Classic Football Academy trying to get it through the line. Here's Serto Combe, who scored a brace in the semi-final. Trying to bring it forward. Here's Tyson Singh. Gets into the center. Still Tyson. Still Tyson shoots and has a go at the target. And the goalkeeper had to make a save. And trying to fancy their chances early on in the first half here. Mohun Bagan Super Giant Suraj.
Well, first Tongson and now Tyson both having shots on goal here. No real challenge from anyone there from Classic Football Academy. They'll want to shut down the spaces as quickly as possible. This Classic Football Academy looking for their first route forward here. Haven't really got forward with just over 3 minutes on the clock. Mohun Bagan Super Giants assuming control here. Still 0-0, and this will be a very cagey affair there, knowing how well Classic Football Academy do defend. Team from Manipur exceeding all expectations, finding themselves in the final here up against a big name club in Mohun Bagan Super Giant. The ball played into midfield, looking to just pop that around and get that forward line. Chase shadows in the early phases as the big switch out comes onto the left-hand side. Can't find his winger there in Arbash, just trying to deviate down that left-hand side. Good defending there from Mohun Bagan Super Giant.
Maintained 4 clean sheets in the last 6 games, Classic Football Academy. It's going to be very important how Arbash, Zahir Khan, along with Bharat, they turn out in this game. Nearly interchange there between Arbash and Zahir. He was trying to cut in, and Zahir Khan, who drafted inside a bit central, goes out of the play for a throw-in for
into the 5th
Mohun
minute
Bagan Super
here.
Giant.
Mohun Bagans have really put in a very excellent start so far, trying to push back Classic Football Academy as much as possible as the skipper Amandeep looks to just throw that ball in and might look to deliver the ball. Lovely turn there. Can he get the cross across? Well defended. Govind Singh, who was absolutely brilliant in the semi-final at right back, now featuring here, trying to get his team out of a cul-de-sac. Does very well as they look to just shepherd the ball. Another throw in here for Mohun Bagan.
And 5 minutes into the first half, a couple of shots taken towards the target by Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Nothing in real coming in the early parts of the first quarter from Classic Football Academy. Again, trying to pin it in that corner. You can see a free kick.
Look how deep the skipper is there, Rohit Singh. Number 7 likes to operate in those forward areas, but helping out defensively in the early phases. And that would have been one of the key instructions from Coach Chandam Singh to get his wingers to help out in a defensive capacity, not just hang in the forward areas, wait for the ball, get out there and press and make sure that Mohun Bagan don't have an easy road towards goal as Suraj Singh goes long. It's well defended there from Liban Castania. Again, down that left-hand side, lovely turn there from Dorji Tamang. To just feed that forward, should be easily dealt with by Simut. Goes all the way back to Suraj Singh.
Here's Classic Football Academy now. Again, pretty patient. Gets it into the center. Gets dispossessed. Here's Mohun Bagan Super Giant trying to get hold of the things here. Goes all the way back to the center. Here's Umar Mukhtar. Looking for the right possible options. Doesn't find one. Is being pressed by Puneet. They have to take a different route coming forward now.
Both teams have been exercising patience in the early stages, not looking to just pump the balls forward, looking to gain a bit of control here. Tyson Singh under a bit of pressure there, well defended down that left-hand side from Roshan. Levan Castagna will be making those overlapping runs throughout the match. He'll have a very close eye on the fullbacks. We know Amandeep likes to get forward. Levan might be tasked with doing the same here as Tyson again caught in the corner there. Good defending. Classic Football Academy are a very difficult side to break down. It was so stingy, Junaid, during the group stages, as both teams did meet in the final group's game. 0-0 the scoreline on that occasion. This time we'll be hoping for goals, but we know this game has all the makings of a very tight and tense encounter, with both teams giving very little away.
That's right, and if you could see the first 4 or 5 minutes, Mohun Bagan Supergiant did try and fancy chances from outside the box, those long ranges, because they do understand that it's not easy to break down Classic Football Academy. They haven't allowed teams to come forward or round about those areas just outside the box.
Maybe a foul there, but the referee is happy to play on here. Good strong challenges. He breaks through a couple of challenges here. Good defending, but it breaks kindly. Clever back heel down the left-hand side. Here's Tongsin looking for a way forward. Tamang looking for the corner, and he finds the back of the net. And it's Mohun Bagan Super Giants who open the scoring. And it's a special goal from Dorji Tamang, where he just shifts it onto his right boot and it curls an unstoppable effort. And it's the team from Kolkata who have drawn first blood here, Junaid.
Well, what a strike that is. Absolutely perfect. We've been talking so highly about Classic Football Academy's defense, and Mohun Bagan Super Giants came up with something absolutely terrific in the first quarter. It opened up nicely towards the left, and that was a brilliant strike. Into the back of the net it goes. Basan Tamang Dorji gets a number to his name.
It's such a special goal. Look at that. He's got very little back lift on it, but the power and the direction on it beats Suraj Singh. And we have the first goal of the final here. And it's Mohun Bagan Super Giants will be feeling a whole lot better after a very positive start early on. Coach Degi Cardoso getting exactly what he wants from his boys here. And now it's up to Classic Football Academy to try and respond here. In the midfield area they go. The switch is on here. Big goal into the box. Good defending. Mohun Bagan can sweep up here. Oh, they've made a mistake here. He's pitched the ball. I have the pitch here. Can he get a shot away? On the right-hand side he goes. It's Rishi. Gets it away. Well defended. And on the follow-up, just about mentioned, and Bharat's shot away. And it's then in the follow-up. Brilliant defending there from Mohun Bagan. They've thrown everybody at it. And they've defended that situation marvelously there.
And that's absolutely top-notch. His defense, attack to defense in a matter of seconds for Classic Football Academy. Arbaz trying to pick out a pass in the final third. They'll have a corner from this. We've seen what Arbaz could do from corners in the semi-final. It went directly in from the set piece. Can he try and get a better ball here? Lifts it over towards the near post. Has to go up. Managed to get the clearance. Still is going to fall towards Arbaz. Mohun Bagan Super Giants get hold of the ball. Can they try and break out on the counter? Have got bodies marching forward. Plays an early ball towards the far left. There's Tongsin. Plays it towards Tyson, who's make that run forward. And Classic Football Academy eventually gets hold of the ball here.
Brilliant defending there from Bangsan Singh. Just makes sure that he gets across there, and it's a strong challenge. Into the 10th minute here, Mohun Bagan Super Giants getting the perfect start here in the final. What a goal that was from Dorji Tamang. Just opens up to find the top corner. And we've seen special goals, haven't we, Junaid, throughout the Reliance Foundation Development League, all the way from the regionals to the national championships. That one, in such a massive moment, you can put it right up there.
That's right, and getting an early goal, getting that momentum. It's all about the momentum in these big games. We saw in the last semi-final where Mohun Bagan Super Giants played, conceded early, and once they got the foothold in the game, came back to score 3 inside the first half, and that just took the game away from Jamshedpur FC. This is the same kind of feat they would want to repeat in this all-important fixture here.
It was always going to take something special to break down the Classic Football Academy defense, and that's exactly what we have seen here. Early goal to just bring this game into life here as Classic Football Academy looking for a riposte here. Nice pass between the lines, looking for the turn there from Puneet. Good challenge there from Tyson, not allowing the progress to make forward in the midfield area. Puneet Tangjam, of course, scored the first goal in the semi-final to get his team up and running. And from there on, they never really looked back defensively. Absolutely brilliant, while adding 2 other goals without response.
I haven't seen enough of Zahir Khan in the first 10-11 minutes here. Haven't got themselves on the ball. Can they try and open out those flanks, get those crosses in, get a few passes together? And at the moment, have to do all sorts of defensive stuff. I'm trying to pick out a pass with a long ball there. Here's Zahir into the action. And try to play an early ball. And Sandeep Malik gets it back. Here's Seto Kom, who's dropped in deep and trying to link up with Toyson Singh. And goes sideways towards Sandeep. And all the way back towards Umar Mukhtar. Tries a quick shift towards the left. And trying to find an option there. He's operating from those channels. Takes it on the full back. But was held in his tracks there. Good defensive work from Sumit.
Excellent defending again in those wide areas. Sumit has shown that he's more than capable of going to those wide areas and defend to allow Govind Singh to be a lot more forward in his approach. That's the beauty of having a centre half very comfortable in defending those wide areas. On the left-hand side is Roshan Singh driving into the midfield area. Breaks the lines with the pass, but they've nipped the ball again in midfield. Mohun Bagan Super Giants have given very little away, but they have conceded another foul as Bharat goes tumbling there. Referee Jarvish Makwan, the close eye on proceedings, not allowing that to continue as Classic Football Academy have a chance here, Janet, to get the ball in the mixer.
That's right, and they'll have to try and be absolutely effective with this because they haven't been allowed that space in the final third. They haven't been allowed to turn. They've been marked really well. Nirbash standing on top of his mark. Can he try and produce that moment of magic? He's done so many times and scored 10 already. And can he deliver once again? Still got a lot of time left in this game. Here's Nirbash. Lifts it over. An easy defensive work by Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Can they try and bring it forward on the other side of the pitch? Here's Umar Mukhtar. Gets robbed of the ball. Here's Classic Football Academy. And again, he's off and gets the ball in control. We'll have a go once again from the back line.
That will really please Coach Degi Cardozo to see the opposition skipper deep in his own half, doing a lot of defensive work instead of trying to get forward. As Classic Football Academy is starting to just dominate the ball a lot more, but it's in areas which will not hurt Mohun Bagan Super Giants. That's a nice pass into the midfield area. Rishi has been robbed off the ball here. Sandeep Malik feeds it for a quick 1-2 here. Mohun Bagan just looking to grab hold of the ball here, get a bit of control after their brisk start here to open the scoring in the finals. On the left-hand side they go. Here's Amandeep. He'll be very pleased with the way his boys have gone out there and followed the coach's orders to a T so far. And as Junaid mentioned, there's still so much time remaining, so no real time for panic here for Classic Football Academy as the ball has been played into the channel. Should be comfortably defended. This allows that to go out of play. Out for a throw-in.
That's a team that was known for scoring goals left, right and centre. Has managed 54 in the 21 games they've played in this campaign. More than anybody else. It's all about this game right here, right now. Can they try? This brilliant footwork from Arbash. Gets it away from Pasang. Who's up in arms there. He's trying to make a case for himself for a free kick. Nothing says the ref. We've got the ball. It's all about getting as many touches in the opposition half as possible. And at the moment, it's been all in their own half for Classic Football Academy.
15 minutes on the clock here. 1-0 to Mohun Bagan Super Giants after that tremendous goal from Dorji Tamang. Since then, Classic Football Academy are just trying to plot their way forward, but the defensive line of Mohun Bagan Super Giants holding firm here, giving absolutely nothing away. Ivan Castania on the right back, looking for options with the throw-in, and what Mohun Bagan will want here is to prolong that clean sheet for as long as possible here. And the longer that goes on, they can look to try and get that second and that cushion goal. It's a nice pass back by Roshan Singh, all the way back to the goalkeeper, Suraj Singh. Waiting for options as Classic Football Academy looking to motor forward here. Mohun Bagan, again, their defensive shape absolutely brilliant here, forcing them to go long. That's exactly what Coach Degi Cardozo will want to see here. And there's a chance here for a break on here. Enough yellow shirts back helping out. Here's Tyson waiting for options. Clever run on the right-hand side here. Sandeep Malik thought about the cross, decided against it, keeping the ball in advanced areas as Tyson Singh now looks to load up with his left foot into the box, and that shepherds that out of play. Good defending there from Govind Singh, out for a goal kick.
Trying the moment they get themselves on the ball and try and make those runs. There's been a very good link up between those two combining once again from the right. Here's Classic Football Academy and trying to make things happen for themselves. Trying again that route with playing out from the back. We've got runners moving forward. He's looking for the right possible option there. And Mohun Bagan Super Giants, fresh from their exploits in the ISL, would be looking to add one more in the shape of RFDL this year and try and win this tournament. They've been absolutely marvelous right throughout the campaign, and up against a very solid side in the Classic Football Academy from Manipur.
Really, that winning culture now has been fed through all their age groups for Mohun Bagan Super Giants. They're not just winning the big prizes, but also want their academy kids to do the same here. Get used to the winning culture, get used to the big prizes. And once they do step into the first team, they can slot in seamlessly with the demands. As the ball now into the midfield area, Classic Football Academy have been patient. Zahir Khan waits for options, but look at the number of Mohun Bagan shirts helping out defensively. That's brilliant from Tyson Singh. Now venturing forward, helping out defensively. And now here's Serto Kom. Good defending. I think the last touch might have come off the defender. Out for a throw in.
Here's Mohun Bagan. Again, trying to get a strong foothold in the game. It's going to be the second goal they'll be looking for. It's all about having that assurance goal and going deeper into the contest. And on the flip side, Classic Football Academy would be itching to go and have a response or repost. Haven't seen enough coming in from Bharat so far. Haven't seen Urbash dominate the proceedings. They've been playing in their own half so far. Here's Zahir Khan now trying to link up. Here's open up nicely for Bharat. And trying an early ball to find the player making that run from the far right. Couldn't quite provide one. Here's Govind Singh. He's had a good game, a good semi-final. Govind was up and down in the flank. Here's Urbash in the middle of the park. Going sideways to find Govind once again. Didn't find the right option. Rohit has dropped in deep. And that is something you wouldn't want to see early on in the contest. Suraj, your skipper, dropping in deep to try and help out the back line. He likes to venture forward, Rohit. You've seen in the past games as well. And this time, he's trying to take that back seat.
Again, in that midfield area, Rohit Singh just looking to add that extra body to make sure that Classic Football Academy have defensive cover because of how quickly Mohun Bagan are capable of attacking. It's a nice switch out to the left-hand side here. Good strong challenge there from Levan Castagna, but it's Zahir Khan on the left-hand side looking for options, but I think the flag would have been raised on that occasion, and it's another let-off here into the 20-minute. All going according to plan there as Coach Degi Cardozo watches on here. He'll be very, very pleased to see his goalkeeper Priyansh Dubey have absolutely nothing to do in the first 20 here, and he'll hope that that continues from their perspective.
That's right. Hasn't been put to scale, hasn't been put to test in the first 20 minutes here. 20 minutes have been ticked off. Mohun Bagan Super Giant through Pasan Tamang Dorji's goal. Leading this game by a goal to nil. Here's Rohit. Tries to bring it forward here from the left. Bharat still giving it a chase. And Umar Mukhtar sees the ball and finds Priyansh Dubey. Goes airborne. Try and pick out a pass up the pitch. Here's Rohit now into his own territory. Again, a couple of headers. The ball finds a maroon and green shirt.
Foul has been given, if I'm not mistaken, and it's an opportunity here for Classic Football Academy. They've had a few set-piece opportunities. This one a lot more deeper, but on the left foot for Mohammad Arbash is a really potent weapon for Classic Football Academy. Just over 20 minutes on the clock here, as they've been limited to set pieces. Can they make this count here? Looking to get the big boys from the back in Bangsan Singh and Shumit Sharma to try and attack this, as Arbash is known to have a very good left foot. We look to try and bring his team back into this contest here. Arbash looking to just bend this in that area between the goalkeeper and the back line, as Arbash delivers into the box. Decent delivery, header, should be easily pouched. Oh, Priyansh nearly making a mess of it. Tips that over for a corner.
Well, that was very close there. It was a looping header. And that could have gone anywhere. Luckily, he got something behind it and sends it over. It's going to be Arbash again from the set piece. The second corner. And they try and get into those spaces. And they try and test out Priyansh once again. It hasn't been tested so far in the first 21 minutes. He's holding the proceedings a little bit there. He's trying to settle things down in front of the goal. Here's Arbash. He's made all sorts of differences in the past. Delivers once again, a looping header. And this time cleared off quite comfortably in the end, but only as far as Zahir Khan, who's trying to chip one in. Gets it towards the other side. Well, that should have hit the target. That's a very, very big let-off here, Suraj. That was in for all money. He had to do and try and test out the goalkeeper, which they couldn't quite do on that occasion.
What a massive let-off that is for Mohun Bagan Super Giants. It's a brilliant ball into the box, into the corridor of uncertainty it goes, and it creates all sorts of panic in the backline and in the far post. Once he gets there, he should get that on target, and we're probably looking at the equalizer there. Classic Football Academy slowly growing into the game here. Balls in the box are always a useful option for them, nearly getting the rewards for it, as Priyansh Dubey happy to see that go over his crossbar. Massive let-off there from Mohun Bagan Super Giants as they try and venture forward here. They've been a bit passive since scoring the opening goal, and now onto the attack onto the right-hand side. Tyson looking to get there first, and he does, up against the fullback here. Here's Tyson Singh. Lovely separation created. Ball into the box, trying to get the touch, and the fast stick to make it 2-0. It's Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Hit back again, and it's that man again, Dorji Tamang, who has a brace in the final. And it's a typical poacher's finish. And how cruel is football, with Classic Football Academy missing their opportunity moments before, and Mohun Bagan Super Giants make them pay, and it's 2-0 in the final.
Wow, what a big moment in the game. They've got that assurance goal to open up nicely again from the far right, gets the cross in, and that man, once again, Pasan Tamang Dorji, had a bit of space in front of him, takes a shot on the target, pulls the trigger, and had no chance whatsoever, was the goalkeeper on that occasion. 2-0 in the first 25 minutes here, and Classic Football Academy have got a job up their hand. Can they try and find a goal early on?
They have a mountain to climb here. 2-0. The ball just skates away from the defenders. No one really getting a connection on it. Dorji Tamang just peeled away completely unmarked. Their first time finish, and he roofs it into the top. It's a smashing goal, and he scored two outstanding goals in the final. Well, he's making a case for the player of the match in the final here, as Mohun Bagan Super Giants have daylight. 2-0 up in the final, and Classic Football Academy will now feel they have to get the next goal in this match here. As the ball flung forward down the left-hand side, that's not going to go and help Classic Football Academy whatsoever here, Junaid. And they need something. They need a moment of inspiration, a moment of magic.
That's right, and they've got the players to do that. The likes of Zahir, Bharat, Arbash. They've got a lot of quality in their ranks. And it's all about getting that composure, getting that confidence, drawing a moment of inspiration from out of somewhere and make things happen for themselves. It hasn't happened so far. Just like the moment did arrive from a set piece. That was followed up by Zahir Khan, but couldn't quite keep it on target. And on the flip side, it was turned over into an attack by Mohun Bagan Super Giant, and that finish from Pasan Tamang Dorji. It's a mountain to climb from here on for Classic Football Academy. We have seen in the semi-final how deadly Mohun Bagan could be. Once they have that strong foothold into the game, they are not going to allow any bit of sniff for the opponents. That's what we saw against Jamshedpur. That is something unfolding here bit by bit. Thrown into the confidence after they got the first goal in. And with the second, they'll surely have their noses in front. Again, trying to build out from the back is Bungsen. He goes sideways to try and pick out Sumit. And Sumit could have done slightly better with the clearance. Missed out on that opportunity, which opened up the case for Pasan to have a go at the target. There's Bungsen trying to pick out a pass from the far right. Again goes straight towards Mohun Bagan Super Giants back line. Here's Rohit. Again gets dispossessed. Scoops up in the air. Battling for the ball, hustling for it. Trying to get into the final third. Here's Bharat once again. Here's Pasan Tamang Dorji. Gets into the act. Here's Amandeep. Pushes back towards Pasang. Takes a touch. Pasan again goes all the way back and gets it out of that clutter. The ball finds Tyson Singh trying to pick out one towards the left there and goes straight towards Suraj.
Beautiful first touch there from Tyson Singh. Couldn't get the pass right. 20 minutes plus added on time remain in this first half, going absolutely according to plan here for Coach Deggy Cardozo and his boys. 2-0 up in the final in the early phases, now dropping back into that low block, inviting Classic Football Academy forward. The big switch out to Mary Khan, well defended. They defended those wide areas so well here. Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Even Castagna picks his head up, plays the ball into the channel, should be well defended. Very well with the first touch there, Rishi, but nearly getting smuggled off the ball. Will be a throw-in.
All about trying to keep their nerves calm here for Classic Football Academy. Don't panic. It's the next goal that makes a lot of a difference. We'll have to try and score one in the first half. Try and put some pressure back on Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Give them something to think about. It's all been one-way traffic in the first 27 minutes. Haven't had one clear-cut chance created from an open play. Here's Tyson trying to get it away. Gets the cross into as the back post. Header. He couldn't quite get the connection. That is something Pasan Tamang Dorji has been absolutely enjoying from the left channel. The ball has been played towards him. Those crosses have come quite regularly in the first half, and he's got himself right on top of it. Here's Classic Football Academy through Roshan, who pushes forward, gets his possession again. Classic again just knocks it out. He's trying to get it towards Zahir Khan. There's a bit more weight behind that one.
Coach Singh will need to instruct his boys to have a closer eye on Dorji Tamang here. He's already got two and got very close to getting his hat-trick in the final. That header not troubling the goalkeeper, but again finding that space, and that is something they'll have to be mindful of. Those balls coming into the box and coming finding spaces in pole position here. You feel that they might just have one hand on the trophy already, but still a lot of football to be played here. They've started off brilliantly. They've given nothing away to the opposition as Classic Football Academy looking for movement forward. There might be a foul there on Puneet, and the referee spots that. Free kick. Very clever by Mohun Bagan Super Giants, just making those fouls in those harmless areas for them, making sure that Classic Football Academy don't get up ahead of steam in the forward areas, as a big switch out should be easily collected by Priyansh Dubey.
Clearly those long balls haven't worked out for them. We've got a strong backline in with Amandeep leading the way for Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Every time Classic Football Academy try and play those airborne deliveries to try and target the likes of Bharat, it hasn't clearly worked out in their favour. We'll have to have something other, second option routed. Try and get a bit more central, get Arbash on the ball. We haven't seen enough of him, the kind of quality he possesses. He'll have to be on the ball on a consistent basis. First half in particular, first 28 minutes in particular rather, has been all Mohun Bagan Super Giant.
As Bangsan Singh goes to his centre-half partner Sumit Sharma. They've been hit really quickly with those two goals, trying to reset themselves, try and play with as much composure as possible, and that's what they'll need. They can't really panic. There's no time to panic really. They know what's at stake here. Big match, big final that they've all been dreaming about once the regional started all the way back in November of 2024. They've reached the stage here to get their name and their hands on the trophy. Bagan Super Giants, according to plan here, as Football Academy with their skipper Rohit Singh picking up the ball again. Those chip passes being easily dealt with in the centre half.
And have some defending to do, ends up giving the possession away. Here's Mohun Bagan Super Giants again. Gets it in the centre of the park, goes back towards Levon Castenha. A quick switch towards the left. But the ball finds Classic Football Academy's backline. Here's Mohun Bagan Super Giant again, getting themselves the possession back. That is something they've done brilliantly. Won the ball back. They've looked pretty confident. If there was any bit of an anxiety coming into the all-important final, that has been quashed out in the first 30 minutes for Mohun Bagan Super Giants, scoring 2 goals. Here's Classic Football Academy now trying to bring it forward. Here's Puneet, who finds Bharat towards the left. Bharat gets the cross in towards the other side of the pitch. Here's Rohit. Switches towards the left, lifted inside by Zahir Khan, and again sent out. And still Classic Football Academy enjoying a bit of a possession. Here's Sumit. Dovin is looking up, doesn't find the route. Back with Sumit again. Here's Bungsan, going from side to side. Here's Roshan now. Can he try and provide that telling pass? Goes with central, back with Roshan, goes sideways and gets dispossessed. Can they try and be swift on the counter? Gets dispossessed again. There's been a flurry of misplaced passes. Here's Sibajit, gets into the action and gets it out of clutter and sends it back towards Priyansh Dubey.
Good play there from Sibajit, that midfield player who knows that back of the net as well. We saw a tremendous free kick against Mumbai City Football Club in the first game week, as the referee will call for the water break here. And this would be a time for Coach Chandam Singh to hit his boys and try and plot a route back into this contest here. They haven't troubled Priyansh Dubey whatsoever in goal. Defensively, they've been masterful here. Mohun Bagan Super Giants, they've just dropped in to that deeper block and forcing Classic Football Academy to play those long balls, Junaid. And Mohun Bagan have just mopped up everything very comfortably.
That's right, and there haven't been enough quality balls coming in the final third by Classic Football Academy, because we haven't yet to see the best of Arbash, Zahir, Bharat, Rohit in particular, who's been running that midfield left, right and centre right throughout the competition. The ball distribution has been sublime from these boys, but then on a big day, on a big occasion, and against a top quality side, against a very experienced backline of Mohun Bagan Super Giant, it hasn't come up so far in the first 30 odd minutes in the first half. But not discounting the bravery, the kind of skill that Classic Football Academy possesses. It's all about that one moment, that one goal, to try and get their confidence back in place. And at the moment, they have been on the ropes so far.
That's exactly what Coach Chandam Singh will be telling his boys here. Just take the next goal in the match, and then we'll take it from there. Defensively, Mohun Bagan have given nothing away. Classic Football Academy will have to be a little bit more cute and clever in and around the box to try and manufacture a chance. Keep pumping in those long balls. Defenders for Mohun Bagan Super Giants will keep mopping it up every chance they get there. There's Sumit Sharma for options now. Whether or not Classic Football Academy just start to step it up there in the final quarter of this first half, we'll wait and see. As well, chipped in again, it's usually dealt with, but they picked up the second ball. Well, been intercepted on a couple of occasions. Now Mohun Bagan is urging for a bit of calm on the ball here, asking and inviting Classic Football Academy forward here. Bharat applies the pressure. Good defending here between the lines. Again, Arbash looking to put the pressure. Long ball forward, trying to get that spot body committed, and they just somehow managed to clear. They picked up the loose ball though in the middle of the park. On the right hand side here, there's Tyson Singh. First time ball into the box, good defending. Excellent work from Roshan Singh. He concedes the corner. Mohun Bagan Super Giants looking to add the third there. There you have it, the coach Roshan Singh. Going to be very pleased with the way his boys have gone out there. Like leaving Castania on his left foot. Hurls that into the box, good defending. Get that away, Sandeep Malik looking to put the pressure off. Real battle in the middle of the park here. Thompson loses the ball there. Will be a foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area here.
That's right, that's another opportunity for Mohun Bagan Super Giant to try and apply some pressure, put some pressure on that back line. They get a goal from here on. At a third, already 2-goal cushion. It's going to be game over. It's going to be a huge task. It's going to be a mountain to climb. They'll be staring at the wall that they cannot climb. Classic Football Academy was going to be behind this one. Is it going to be Sibajit or Tyson who will fancy his chance? And Subajit has done it in the past. Can he try and repeat that feat? Doesn't have any sort of pressure. Ready in the driver's seat in the all-important final. And can he try and deliver for his side? And Sibajit, Tyson, who would go for this, decides to go towards the target and missed by much.
Good option on that occasion there. I don't think Sibajit will let the next free kick be delegated on that occasion. And stoppage time remaining in this first half has been all about the boys in green and maroon here. 2-0 to the good. Two brilliant goals from Dorji Tamang. Different types of goals. The first one, an absolute feat, curling that into the top corner. The second one, a typical poster-like finish, finding the roof of the net after he was completely unmarked with the ball into the box. After Classic Football Academy failed to clear their lines. This is good patterns being played, but in the gun again, their press is high. They've not allowed Classic Football Academy to settle. There's Govind Singh. And so the route back here, they can't keep playing those long balls, but feel that they have no other option here, trying to get forward. midfield area has been completely locked down by Mohun Bagan. Full threat to the way they've been coached and drilled.
Here's Pungsen. Again, trying to wait for an opportunity to bring it forward in terms of picking out the right pass. He's taking his time, being patient, being pretty watchful. I want to make sure they get that response in the first half. It's going to be a completely different half-time talk. They can try and get one goal back here. Where's the coach? It's a worried man. And again, Classic Football Academy hasn't been allowed to come forward. Held in their tracks on more than one occasion.
Outstanding work off the ball.
Here's a Classic Football Academy once again. Govind Singh, who has ventured into those forward pressing areas time and time and again in the competition. But today has been had to have his defensive duties right. Has been in his own half right throughout. And Suraj, if you've had a look at it, they haven't been allowed to venture forward and try and add a bit of width to their attacking third. Classic Football Academy.
Superb work here from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Been training for this moment here, and they've executed the plan to perfection so far. Classic Football Academy looking for a moment of magic. Mohun Bagan is pushing the ball to be played between the centre half. Azarbash in the middle of the park looking to dictate from deep. Singh venturing forward here. A lot of touches for the centre halves, but non-threatening areas as Sumit the way forward. Again, going horizontal rather than vertical passing here. Suraj just looking for options as Bangsan Singh in the centre half partner, getting lots of touches. Again, the full press being applied here from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Goes all the way back to Suraj Singh.
And there's the same pattern. They've had more touches in their own defensive third, Classic Football Academy. And on the flip side, Mohun Bagan, whenever they get bodies forward, they've got a lot of touches in the penalty area. Got more touches towards the final third, towards the far right, where the likes of Tyson Singh has been able to get those crosses towards Prasanth Amangdoji. He's been 3 times. There's a quick turnover. Here's Sandeep Malik venturing forward. Has got an option towards the far right in Sertocom. Sertocom one-on-one with the full back. Pushes it back with Serto. Gets it into Tyson. Tyson trying to quick link up with Serto. Gets it towards his left. Turns. Hasn't been allowed a sniff from that sort of an angle. He goes behind. Then it's not going to be a corner. Looks like it has come off a yellow shirt there. It's going to be another opportunity for a Mohun Bagan Super Giant to try and put some pressure on the goalkeeper as well as that back line.
Excellent play there from Tyson Singh, just waiting the foul, just waiting for a bit of contact, but just the touch. It's a corner here. It's a massive moment with 6 minutes plus stoppage time into the first half. Ball delivered on his left foot, gets good height and distance on it. The header has not been troubling there. Might be another corner here by the looks of it, and it will be. See him just peeling off the far post. They're getting the touch on it. Classic Football Academy have to make sure that they defend the set piece situation.
That's right, and they cannot concede one more here. Classic Football Academy. They'll have to go into the break at worst 2-0 down, or at best they'll have to try and get one back in the next 5 minutes plus the stoppage time. Here's Sibajit trying to pick out the right possible option from the set piece. It goes long, targets, spilled over, falls, and a brilliant save by the keeper. Falls towards Tyson Singh, takes it on the right, tries to go with the shot and gets the block in place. That was a glorious moment once again. And every time they get the ball in the penalty area, they've tried to take the shots towards the target. They've made the goalkeeper work for those. Has come out on a couple of times, but not this time, Suraj. And again, it was a very decent opportunity for Mohun Bagan Super Giant to take another one added to the tally.
Excellent opportunity, Indian. They cannot let the ball bounce in the box here. The defenders for Classic Football Academy have to take ownership, have to look to clear the ball as quickly as possible. The shot from distance, he's really hit that well. It's bounced awkwardly there. Looks to get there on the follow-up. And Suraj Singh does just enough. Where it looks speculative there, but it's an awkward bounce. Nearly paying dividends for the third just before half-time. Mohun Bagan Super Giant, make no mistake about this, want the third before half-time. A lovely touch there, stays in play. flooded the ball in the box with bodies there, trying to get the cross into the box. And now the ball has been delivered. Well defended on that occasion. Here's Sandeep Malik. Runner on the right-hand side is Liman Castagna. Looking to cross that ball into the box. Goes for the acrobatics. Goodness me. If he made contact with that Serto Com, we've already seen him, Junaid, have some absolute special goals. Nearly there again. They should be able to defend that situation. It's a volley from the far side over the free kick, and they really are laying siege at the Classic Football Academy goal here, Junaid.
Well, it's a barrage of attacks coming from left, right and centre. We're having a free ride at the moment. One thing that's for sure, they would want to score one more when they are right on top of their game. And all the 42 minutes have belonged to Mohun Bagan Super Giants. There hasn't been a moment that has come from Classic Football Academy so far in the first half. It's a complete domination. It's a statement of authority from a top-notch side, and that would be one pleased man in the coach, Diggy Cardozo. First half has belonged to his quality side. Mohun Bagan Super Giant would be desperate, would be rather looking to add one more before they go into the half-time break. Here's Tyson Singh, gets a bit central, goes sideways in the middle of the park. Back with Tyson, who's trying to pick out the right possible option towards the right. Didn't find one, pushes it back towards Umar Mukhtar. Umar goes towards Sibajit Singh, who's dropped in deep. Subajit shifts it towards Tyson again. Was under pressure from Zahir, goes back towards Mukhtar. Here's Sibajit on the ball once again, plays it down the line, right into the middle of the park. It's got numerical advantage in the centre, Classic Football Academy, but Mohun Bagan Super Giant looks very assured whenever they have got the ball in their feet. Again, those passing options well and truly right in there in front of them. Got themselves into those spaces from where they can try and affect the game on a consistent basis. Of the ball movement have been second to none for Mohun Bagan Super Giant in the first half. Here's a Priyansh, goes long, goes airborne, gets a flick on with a header. Sertacom still giving a chase, one-on-one with Bungson. Puts it behind rather for another corner to Mohun Bagan Super Giant.
Excellent football there from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Very, very patient, and you can see that ball played by Subhajit between the lines, and just like that, Mohun Bagan was switched on and looking to attack here, and they have yet another corner. This is where Classic Football Academy have to be switched on here. They cannot allow Mohun Bagan Super Giants, from their perspective, to get another goal here for Mohun Bagan Super Giants, and it might just be saying their name on the trophy. It's a massive, massive moment in this match here. 90 seconds plus stoppage time remain in this first half, as Subhajit, with that dangerous right foot, will deliver the ball into the box. Good height on it, doesn't clear the first man though. There's 77, looking for options, looking for the clear. The touch just gets it forward, and Umar Mukhtar was very, very interested there. His eyes lit up there, Junaid.
Well, that's right, and you would have been thinking, let me add one more to the tally and just put this game to bed. Here's Bharat, trying to pick out an option, does well to keep the ball in, and belted behind for a corner. From attack to defense, and they'll have to try and get their defensive duties right now. Mohun Bagan Super Giant don't want to allow any chance for Classic Football Academy to come back into the contest. White yellow shirts making their presence inside the penalty area as Arbash takes his spot on top of his mark, and he try and get that one perfect delivery. He's done it on numerous occasions from the set pieces. Here's Arbash with the delivery, and straight towards a spilled over, but gets it on the second attempt. Priyansh Dubey.
Dubey has been excellent with those high claims. A couple of moments where he's just allowed the ball to bobble around, but mops up very nicely here. They're approaching stoppage time here. I'm getting word that there is 2 minutes of stoppage time being added on to the end of the 45. It's a long switch out, well defended there. Tyson Singh completely unmarked on that occasion, nearly being found here for Classic Football Academy. That goal remains to be elusive. They haven't really troubled Priyansh Dubey. Mohun Bagan Super Giants have all been about control. They've been masterful in the way that they've navigated this first half. Coach Chandam Singh and Classic Football Academy, I'll be very, very interested to see how he approaches start of the second half. Will he make changes? Will he be proactive? We need to find a way back into this contest here as Mohun Bagan Super Giants once again defend from the front. Excellent work. I haven't seen too much of Serto Com in an attacking sense, but he really has set the tone in terms of the press. Been tireless in terms of how he's pressed, and forcing Classic Football Academy to go long.
That's right. Again, here's the Classic Football Academy switching back their ways of playing those long balls. They did try a bit in the first 15-20 minutes, didn't work out for them. Switched towards playing out from the back. Here they come once again. Can they try and get that first goal we've been so desperately waiting for right since Hassan Tamang sent one in the early parts of the first quarter? Here's Sumit. Goes towards Bungsen. Here's Bungsen, beg your pardon. Puneet has slotted towards the left back position. Then that goes out of the play for a throw-in.
It's been excellent defending from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. All throughout the back line, they've allowed absolutely nothing to the opposition here. We're heading into the final seconds or so of added on time here in the first half for Mohun Bagan Super Giants. They should be able to kick off the first half here in a solid display with quality goals. As they've just fallen asleep here, as the ball will be delivered into the box, well defended. Gets that out of harm's way immediately there. And the referee does blow the whistle for the end of the first half. And it's all about Mohun Bagan Super Giants. A brilliant 45 minutes from them. And it's Dorji Tamang with the brace. Two absolutely brilliant goals of different natures to give his team an excellent position here to go out there and get their name on the trophy. For Classic Football Academy, it's all to do here in the next 45, massive 45 minutes for the team from Manipur here. It's half-time here at the Reliance Corporate Park. It's Classic Football Academy 0, Mohun Bagan Super Giants 2.
At the end of the first half, the score is 2-0 in favour of Mohun Bagan. For more exciting action, we will catch you on the other side of the break.
Quite phenomenal game of football here from Mohun Bagan Super Giants' point of view. I'd like to thank everyone watching live on the Reliance Foundation Youth Sports YouTube channel. I put it on the live chat. What do you think the full-time score will be with Mohun Bagan Super Giants in such a strong position? Take the trophy home here. Well, we're bringing the highlights of the first half, and it's all been about Mohun Bagan Super Giants, hasn't it? They defended their space as well. They got onto the front foot early on. They gave Classic Football Academy absolutely nothing in terms of attacks on target. They were taking shots from outside the box, just trying to set the tempo. And when the goal did arrive, it arrived in just phenomenal fashion from the number 72, Dorji Tamang. His first goal really was a thing of beauty. The way he just curls that into the top corner. Very little backlift. And this was the goal. Just sets it up on that foot and just passes it into the far corner, giving Mohun Bagan Super Giants the perfect start in the finals. And from there on, they just kept going from strength to strength as Classic Football Academy looked to hit back straight away. Set pieces looking to be the only route for Classic Football Academy to get something back. Found it very difficult because the defending from Mohun Bagan was just absolutely brilliant throughout the 45 minutes. And that is the template that Coach Degi Cardoso has set up for his team to go out there, express themselves, and get the goals. Harbash trying his best with those set pieces, some decent deliveries, but the defending has been astute. That's been powerful, led by Amandeep, their skipper. Zahir Khan down that left-hand side. He's a productive option, but couldn't really get the ball to him in those advanced areas. Arbash, his left foot coming the closest with that header, as Priyansh just tipping that over the crossbar. There was a chance, and after a big chance was squandered by Classic Football Academy, very soon after, it was Mohun Bagan Super Giants who made them pay. And the goal was a thing of beauty as Zahir Again on that left foot, getting the opportunity. That one would have changed the complexion of the game. And just soon after, moments later, Thamang on the half volley, burying it into the roof of the net to give them a 2-0 lead in the final. And they're in pole position now to go and claim their trophy here, Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Defensively, they've been solid. Going forward, they've found the back of the net, and they're in a really good position here now, as Classic Football Academy will look to try and find the next goal in the match, and that is imperative from their situation here. Tyson with that left-footed free kick, finding the top of it, but the Mohun Bagan have come closer to the third than Classic Football Academy have to the opener, so it just shows you how strong and powerful Mohun Bagan Super Giants have been in this first half. And that's exactly the template they will follow in the second half, with the pressure now on Classic Football Academy well and truly in their hands. For Mohun Bagan Super Giants, the opportunity still came as Tyson tried to get that shot from distance, and that one nearly adding the third here. Suraj Singh doing just enough to try and recover after that spill from distance. Set pieces kept on coming into the box of Mohun Bagan Super Giants, but they were easily mopped up. And Coach Degi Cardozo will be very, very pleased with what his boys have achieved in that first half. And there you have it. After an intense 45 minutes, it's been all Mohun Bagan Super Giants with nearly 55% of the ball, 7 shots on target to Classic Football Academy's 3, creating 9 chances of the 4. Tackles have been flying in on all corners of the pitch here, but it's halftime here at the Reliance Corporate Park. It's Classic Football Academy 0, Mohun Bagan Super Giants 2. And we're all but set for the start of the second half. Massive 45 minutes remain in match number 34 of the Reliance Foundation Development League in their fourth season. We're seeing games go thick and fast, and we're all but set for a massive 45 minutes as Classic Football Academy look to chase this 2-goal deficit into the second half, as Mohun Bagan Super Giants will feel that they're just 45 minutes away from having their name on the trophy. And what a couple of weeks it will be for the team from Kolkata here. Brilliant in the ISL and now in the Reliance Foundation Development League, doing just enough in the first 45 to create the cushion here, Junaid. And where do Classic Football Academy go from here? For them, they have to get the next goal in the match.
Well, they have to. There's no two ways about it, Suraj, because they'll have to try and make sure they have that response at the earliest with the start of the second half. We've seen some moments. It was all but Mohun Bagan Super Giants in that first set of 45 minutes. They've been the top-notch quality. They've been so often right throughout, and again on a big stage on a big day, making sure they leave no stone unturned. They've got the ball, they've got the goals, they've enjoyed possession, and more importantly, they have affected the game in their favour right since that first whistle went in. Here's the brace scorer, Pasanta Mangdoji, had an opportunity to add one more and score that brilliant hat-trick in the first half itself. Had an opportunity with a header. Here's again trying to play those long balls forward. Priyansh Dubey finds Tyson. Tyson goes back. From Classic Football Academy's perspective, they have to start well. They have to have the likes of Arbash, the likes of Bharat, Puneet, Rohit on the ball on a consistent basis. Get a few passes together. Arbash finds Govind Singh. Govind Singh with a cross towards the other side and draws in a clearance. And that is something they'll have to keep doing consistently, because we have seen in the past how Govind Singh could be really effective in terms of getting the ball in the final third and getting those crosses. And here's Sertoko. Meanwhile, on the other side of the pitch, Sertoko with a strike. He couldn't quite wrap his laces behind that one. Would have been awkward from there on anyways.
Bagan Super Giants have started the second half very well here. 2 half chances early on. You saw that long ball nearly finding the forward player. The first attack of the second half. Classic Football Academy, they're trying to get up the pitch here. We saw Govind Singh on that right hand side for the first time really making that advanced run. You need to see a lot more of the fullbacks in those wide areas and allow the forward players to tuck in the most central areas to try and get their shots away. There's Roshan Singh now being forced to go back, and this has been one of the highlights in that first half where Mohun Bagan defended so well that the Classic Football Academy defenders having to pass it between themselves. This is an area where they won't really feel threatened. They have to get the ball in those dangerous areas. Here again, the full press being applied there. Excellent from Kumsol Thompson, forcing them all the way back to Suraj Singh. You have to pump this long. He tries to keep it short. Arbash dropping very deep, going for that number 6 role. Trying to get on the ball and try and dictate from deep. Passes from the back line. Still going strong, and they've given the ball away. Here's Tamang to pick the ball away and now picks his head up, and a crunching challenge is beautifully timed there from Govind Singh. They're looking for that quick ball in onto the left hand side, and indeed he's there for company. Here's Rishi looking for options on the right hand side. Is Govind Singh cuts that back across with a devilish ball in. Looking for any sort of touch there, but was hoping for the cutback. Instead, it was fired in with real pace.
That is something you have to do on a consistent basis now. Again, Govind Singh, the man who's been able to get a couple of crosses in the first 3 minutes here. And flying pass across the goal there. You would have hoped somebody would have come flying in and just give it some direction.
The instruction from Coach Chandam Singh to get his fullbacks forward here instead of being defensive in their approach. They need a lot more of that. Govind Singh clearly following that instruction, looking to play that quick 1-2 and deliver the ball into the box. Mohun Bagan Super Giants defensively untroubled so far. Only 5 minutes into the second half, it's just vanished here, Junaid.
That's right. It's been flowing at the rate of knots this game. It's a free-flowing football from Mohun Bagan Super Giants in the first 45. And here, 5 minutes. You can see all the action. It's good to see Classic Football Academy venturing into the final third, getting into their attacking fray, getting those crosses in. That is something you'll have to do more and more often. Have to try and get one back at the earliest. And again, a long ball pushed forward. Got well to get between the defenders there, but made sure to just knock it down towards Priyansh Dubey. And good to see it turn out. School kids enjoying this game.
See that as the floodlight beaming down at the Reliance Corporate Park, and they've pinched the ball in the midfield area here. They have options left and right. And decide to go himself here, decides to take an extra couple of touches and secure the ball, and inviting his players forward on the right hand side is Mohun Bagan Supergiant. Pace has opened up, chance for a cross into the box, decent delivery. First touch just gets away from him. You see Tongson is really a pest around those areas, giving very little time for the centre halves to settle, and Bunsen Singh was just about enough. You can see the goal kick here. There's a confirmation of a half-time substitution. Just confirmed that on the screen shortly. Zahir Khan has been withdrawn for Blessing Keshing, number 25. You can see the confirmation very shortly as Classic Football Academy looking for a route back here. There's the confirmation of the sub. Nice first touch, but again, wonderful work from Dorji Tamang. He's not just scoring the goals here, Junaid. He's helping out defensively, and that is a huge advantage.
Well, that's right, and that's what they've done brilliantly. Played as a unit. Whenever they have lost out on the ball, they've tried to win it back at the earliest. Try to drop in deep, try and create something from there on. Prashant Tamang Dorji has been a real asset right throughout the competition. And again, here's Mohun Bagan trying to up the ante in the second half. Gets the cross in, a chance. Prashant Tamang, oh my word! Gets his hat-trick and gets that lead far and far away from Classic Football Academy's reach now. 3 goals to the good on a very important evening here in Mumbai. Mohun Bagan Supergiants, 3 goal up in the finals. In Classic Football Academy have a job to do. They are already looking at a mountain they cannot climb from here on, Suraj.
Absolutely brilliant. Look at this. It's so calm and composed. Soto could have taken the shot, but he lays it off to the man in form, Dorji Tamang, from unmissable range. Beats the keeper, Suraj Singh. He pulls out the celebration, and what a time to score the hat-trick in the final. And surely now Mohun Bagan Supergiants would feel that they have the name on the trophy. 3-0 to the good here at the Reliance Corporate Park. And for Classic Football Academy, that half-time team talk has dissolved very quickly here. Bright start for them, but it's Mohun Bagan Supergiants who had the third. Prashant Dorji Tamang, brilliant. What an evening he's had. 3 goals in the final. And from Classic Football Academy's point of view, they have to throw the kitchen sink now. No other option. We've seen Mohun Bagan Supergiants in the semi-final score 5. They've scored 3 in the final. And they go again here. Real burst in the midfield area here. On the left-hand side. Might have opened up. Oh, that's a crunching challenge. And they just about managed to clear their lines here. Mohun Bagan Supergiants on them like a rash here. They have nowhere to go here. Classic Football Academy. As Sahil ventures forward. They won the 4th. They want to get that push in as much as possible. As Arbas does very well to turn and waits for options here. Puts that onto the left-hand side. Here's Roshan Singh driving forward down the left-hand side. Looking for options. And look at the number of green and maroon shirts again back into their defensive positions, not allowing Classic Football Academy a route back into this contest as Govind Singh puts that onto the right-hand side. It's a very well-weighted pass on the right-hand side. Can get the ball into the box though. Try and beat the marker here. Govind Singh again looking to play the 1-2 and now making the run forward. To the right-hand side, the ball comes into the box and not enough to trouble Priyansh Dubey. And out for a goal kick. Well, nearing the 10-minute mark in the second half, Junaid, it has gone very much according to plan for Degi Cardozo and Mohun Bagan Supergiants.
That's right, and taking the template out of the first half, Mohun Bagan Supergiants straight away, wasting no time whatsoever, adding 1 more to the total, and this game is well and truly in the bag. It has to be an absolute miracle from here on for Classic Football Academy to try and get something, some sort of response, get themselves back into the contest. And at the moment, Mohun Bagan Supergiants are looking firm and truly in control of this contest. Won't be surprised if they venture out further forward and try and add a couple more goals to the tally. The kind of play, the kind of ride they are enjoying in the final third. They are well and truly in with more chances. It's the Classic Football Academy now. Can they try and get it forward? It's been all in the defensive third for them. There's Arbash again, getting it in the center of the park. Not being allowed that route from the left. Goes sideways with short passing. And that is the kind of the game ploy we have seen from Mohun Bagan. They haven't allowed that route to Classic Football Academy here, Suraj.
They've been brilliant defensively. And all the plaudits will go to the forward players because of the goals that they scored, and rightfully so. But the defensive solidity and the base that they get really does set them up to go out there and express themselves. Defensively, they've given nothing away. The Classic Football Academy is still persisting with those long balls into the channels, which have been gobbled up by the centre halves time and time again. This is where Classic Football Academy need to get passes in and around that 18-yard box to try and manufacture a shot and try and trouble Priyansh Dubey in goal, who's having a very comfortable final here. Tested really over 10 minutes into the second half, following the suit of the first half here, Junaid.
That's right. And Classic Football Academy, can they try and provide something? Gets dispossessed. Ball finds Umar Mukhtar. And eventually, that was, I don't think he got a touch to it. It's going to be a throw-in for Classic Football Academy.
Vijay Singh has made a few of those tackles in the box there, and the referee pulling that one up for a late foul. The advantage wasn't there as Arbash on his left foot. We saw this in the first half where he had quite a few opportunities. This time he has to get this spot on to get his centre halves or his forwards, try and get something on the end of this here. Classic Football Academy looking for a route back into this contest. They're 3-0 down in the final as Mohammad Arbash delivers the ball into the box. Easily dealt with there, good header, and Mohun Bagan Super Giants will look to try and counter here, but I don't think that's just enough there. Strong challenge, it's brilliantly done there from Sivajit. He's been the beating heart in the middle of the park. He's been outstanding in covering spaces and setting up the attack from deep. And here's Amandeep, the skipper, looks to combine on that left-hand side. So Tokom does very well. He's balanced brilliantly there around three players. Sivajit gets a bit of calm there as Rohit Kaman is dropping deep here, making sure that they have an extra man helping out defensively. Here's Umar Mukhtar. Excellent with Sahil in the middle. Superb, giving absolutely nothing away. Gobbled up those long balls. They've played on the front foot. The passing has been on point. Here's Sahil Inamdar, who scored that goal in the semi-final. Here's Jamshedpur Football Club as they look to pick one through here. Lovely play there from Govind Singh, now in the middle of the park, looking for options here. Arbash on that left-hand side. There's no one really making the run, waiting for an option. The late run has arrived here. And the work off the ball from Mohun Bagan is really a sight to behold here.
That's right, and whenever they have lost out, they've tried to win back at the earliest of the ball. Movement has been sublime. They've got themselves into those positions from where they can be absolutely effective. Whether it's about making those runs or creating those passing spaces for their teammates, that is something you haven't seen from Classic Football Academy. Arbash there, who picked out the ball in the middle of the park, wasn't finding the right sort of option. And again, we've been forced to go all the way back towards Sumit. Here's Arbash, right in the middle, chips it one, and straight towards that back line, sent back. There's Pungsan again, and goes all the way back towards Suraj. Haven't had those opportunities created in the second half as well. Had one good cross coming in from Govind Singh, but barring that, it's been all Mohun Bagan Super Giants in the second set of 45-2. Again, this time gets dispossessed, does well, and quick swift feet from the right, and couldn't quite keep the ball in.
Mohun Bagan Super Giants have just dropped into that mid block and really pressing from in front there, allowing the centre half to have the ball in these sorts of areas. This is where Classic Football Academy have struggled to progress the ball on the deck in those midfield areas. On the right-hand side is Arbash, dropping deep to try and influence the game, and he switched it nicely down the left-hand side. It's comfortably cushioned with the header. It's a brilliant turn there. Surely a foul and a yellow card there. trying to get away from him, and he knew that he was in trouble as soon as he was beaten. Lovely drop of the shoulder to beat the challenge there, and it's just wonderful to see the support out there in the sidelines of the Reliance Corporate Park with the floodlights beaming down here. Great to see not just a massive digital audience watching here, but they've got enough out there in terms of support to bring that atmosphere up and give the players an extra leg up here as we head towards the final 30 minutes of the Reliance Foundation Development League, the 4th season. Yet another successful one, isn't it? And as they move forward again, here's Toto Korn looking to get that challenge away. Happy with the challenge there, the referee who kept up with the play very well there, the referee Jarvish Makwan. Forward. Move forward. A lovely push and touch there. Amandeep should be favourite and on the slide, on the cover. It's the interception.
Confirmation of that yellow card. Punit getting in the refs for that challenge. There's going to be a new winner this time. Last 3 seasons, Bengaluru won a couple of occasions, and Punjab doing it last time around when they beat the Kolkata-based side East Bengal Football Club in the final. Looks like it's going to go once again. It's going to go towards Kolkata for the first time. And throw in. Gets it towards the far post. Had an option there with a header. Again, gets the clearance quite comfortably in the end.
Been in those areas where they've got the ball into the box, but Mohun Bagan Super Giants have defended those situations very well. They not just win the first, but even the second ball, just to ensure that they get that out of harm's way. The balls on the pitch will be quickly rectified. The Mohun Bagan Super Giants into the second half, and they followed the same suit here. It is inevitable that they might just get the next goal in this match too, because of the way that they have attacked those forward areas. Defensively so solid, giving nothing away. See the pressure being applied. Still now once again heading into that mid block, allowing the defenders with the ball. Rishi keeping his eye off the ball on that occasion. And the Bagan Super Giants can push up the pitch now.
That's right, and next 10 minutes will hold absolute key from Classic Football Academy's perspective. They have to score next. There's no two ways about it. They have to score the next goal and then try and draw some inspiration going into the last quarter, last 20 minutes or so. At the moment, Mohun Bagan Super Giants right on top of their game. They haven't allowed any sniff, any chance for Classic Football Academy, just like Classic Football Academy did against FC Goa in that second semi-final. They have been kept at an arm's length right throughout these 62 minutes that have been played out. Again, trying to pin him down in that corner. Does well to get it towards Sibajit. Wanted to get that cross, gets intercepted. Here's Classic Football Academy. Can they try and push it forward? Rishi gets dispossessed. Here's Amandeep, who's marching forward. Does well to get it away from Govin. Still Amandeep gets hold of the ball, pushes it back. Still Mohun Bagan Super Giant gets it into the final third. Towards the right, from the right this time. Looks up for options. Doesn't find one. Pushes back towards Tyson. Tyson has Sandeep Malik for the company. Goes all the way back towards Umar Mukhtar. They'll have to try and redo that all over again here. Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Very calm, very collective, very assured on the ball. Here's Sibajit. Taking all their time in the world. It's 64 minutes. They've got 3 goals and they can enjoy a bit of a luxury in terms of holding up the ball here. Suraj.
Beautiful football this from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. They're making the Classic Football Academy forwards, using shadows here. Beautifully bypassed through the middle here. And Mukhtar just riding with the ball and finds the ball on the right hand side. Tyson Singh, who's been electrifying in this match so far, looking to take on his fullback. Does very well to beat one man into the box there. Might be a foul, but the referee is happy for play to continue as Singh just manages to clear the lines. And here's Rishi Singh on the right hand side. He's got a bit of space to try and attack the skipper here. He can go one-on-one. Look at the work that Tamang is making here, helping out defensively down the right hand side. Bharat with the cutback, starts with the goal. Oh, that's a brilliant block. That is sensational defending there from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Allowed the ball into the box. That is outstanding work in terms of preventing a shot on goal there.
That was absolutely top-notch, and enjoying a bit of width towards the far right, getting themselves into those positions from where they can get those crosses in. Run was made towards the centre, got himself into a very decent shooting position and couldn't quite pull the trigger perfectly. Again, defensive work coming into the fray for Mohun Bagan Super Giant. They've been absolutely top class right throughout the evening.
There's a long ball forward has been headed back. They recover the ball in the midfield area. There's the skipper Rohit Singh looking to be the moment of inspiration, leader from the front. They need a goal at some point. There's another long ball forward. You can see the number of Mohun Bagan shirts in the defensive areas. They're letting nothing pass. Massive 25 minutes remaining here in the fourth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Success after success, season after season, where the quality of football keeps going high, and that's exactly why the Reliance Foundation Development League exists here, seeing the best under 21 talent all across the country. I can put the name on the trophy there, the header. Bangsan Singh just gets it away. There's the hat-trick hero on the right-hand side looking to just feed the ball. It's well intercepted at Classic Football Academy. Looking forward, it's a lovely first touch there from Arbash. He's got options left and right. Look at the number of Mohun Bagan shirts again. It's just outstanding work defensively. And now venturing forward is Sai Linandar. Riding with the ball. Mohun Bagan Super Giants looking the fitter, the stronger of the teams. And here's Sai, who continues his run down the right-hand side. Thought about the cross. Good defending there from the skipper, helping out defensively. Classic Football Academy trying to turn defense into attack in the blink of an eye. It's a big switch out there, but easily led here by Priyansh Dubey.
Good work rate being put in by both the sides in the second half. Classic Football Academy, though, have had to defend a lot more. Tried to venture forward, have come into the final third quite a few times with the start of the second half. The likes of Govind making those runs towards the right. On the flip side, Tyson has enjoyed himself towards that right flank as well. He's been pretty active in terms of getting those crosses in. Whenever he has got a chance to try and take on the fullback, he's done that with absolute ease. Here's Sibajit now, scanning the options. Goes down the line. Here's Amandeep, who's higher up on the pitch. Amandeep trying to pick out a pass in the final third. Does well. And still in play. Here's Tyson. Tyson couldn't quite pull the trigger. And Roshan gets the ball. Gets into the space of certainty now. Here's Arbash, who's again deep on the left. Can they try and bring it forward? Can they try and swiftly bring it up the pitch? Coming closer inch by inch. He's looking up. Doesn't find the route. He's been forced to go back. Here's Arbash with a long ball inside the penalty area, and again an easy grab in the end. He can do that from sun up to sundown. Priyansh Dubey hasn't been tested at all right throughout these 67 minutes here.
Excellent work again from Mohun Bagan, forcing Classic Football Academy to go long here. Lovely 1-2 here with the skipper Mandeep looking for options in midfield. They're just popping the ball around with real confidence here. Sibajit, excellent in this match. He's been the real linchpin for Mohun Bagan Super Giants in the middle of the park, allowing his team to express themselves going forward. Here he is, just looking to pop that quickly. As soon as the press comes, he just hands the ball over, forcing Classic Football Academy to press up the pitch. And Sube finding the ball on the right-hand side. Mohun Bagan Super Giant still hungry for the fourth here. Make no mistake about it. They want to add the fourth. They want the flourish on the scoreline. Lovely pass on the left-hand side. Here's Tamang, the hat-trick hero. He'll be itching for another goal here. Couple of step overs and the shot is well blocked. Last touch comes off the defender by the looks of it. And it just squirted away. The referee substitute the play there as Tamang with those couple of step overs, trying to get that shot away, not getting the timing on it. Goal kick here for Classic Football Academy as a substitution here for Classic Football Academy. Number 8, his evening comes to an end. Punit Tangjamu picked up that yellow card, and we'll see Sungbam Samson introduced into the fray. Can he be the man to inspire Classic Football Academy off the bench, try and get a goal back here? They've been blanked out completely from an excellent Mohun Bagan Super Giants team who have been well and truly on it in the final of the fourth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Forcing him to go along with the clip pass, easily dealt with, and Subhajit will be able to mop up.
There's Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Will be looking to add one more. They've come close to doing that. Had a couple of chances, went in the first half itself. That would have been an absolutely devastating scoreline we've been looking at from Classic Football Academy's perspective. Again, a lot of support for the RFDL. We started back in the month of November. 54 teams from across the country, from across 9 regions, divided into 9 groups of 6 teams each. That was curtailed down into the zonal group stage, back to the national group stage with 12 into the championship round. And on the E-Day, the evening of the finals, Mohun Bagan Super Giants. There's a Classic Football Academy from the right. There's Samson, who gets the cross in towards the back post, falls towards Bharat, takes a couple of touches inside the penalty area, switches wide on the right, gets the cross in towards the back post again. A header comes off Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Can they try and get it towards the other side of the pitch swiftly? Here's Tongson, who gets it from Toyson, continues with the run. And Classic Football Academy does well to win the ball back. It has been belted towards the other side. Not sure if that has gone behind for a corner, or it's going to be a throw-in from the looks of it.
Anyway, we'll do approach there with the clearance, as Classic Football Academy have gotten joy down that right-hand side, but every time they put the ball into the box, see the likes of Sailinanda and Umer Mutar clearing it with ease, the way that they've defended. Need to try and play that on the deck instead of hitting the ball in the air. Tyson again creates separation, ball into the box. Well, Sumit Sharma plays that away of the front post, and Mohun Bagan Super Giants are really threatening here to add another corner kick here for Classic Football Academy to defend. They'll have to try and make sure that if they can get this away and try and get a goal as soon as possible here, as it seems to be slipping away from their fingertips as much as possible. Classic Football Academy has to deal with this situation here. See more and more dignitaries joining in. Fantastic to see the big names out there at the Reliance Corporate Park provide their support as the ball delivered into the box. Good defensive header, and on the volley, doesn't get the connection on it, and out for a goal kick. Just under 20 minutes remain here, Junaid. Classic Football Academy just seems to be slipping away from their fingertips.
Yeah, that's right, Suraj. The time is running out thick and fast from Classic Football Academy's perspective. They'll have to score right here, right now. There's 17-18 minutes remaining, plus the stoppage time after this. It's 3 goals down. We'll have to try and get the first one and try and see how it pans out from there on. At the moment, Mohun Bagan Super Giants haven't allowed any opportunity. Hasn't been any slips as well. Here's Samson. Is up with Amandeep down there. He's had a very good introduction in the last couple of minutes. Have been able to get those crosses in. Looks like Amandeep is down on the ground and might need a bit of assistance, rather, or just assistance in picking himself up. So Sandeep down there. Looks like it's going to be a corner, and Arbash would be the man trusted with his deliverables. Targets the back post in a header and put behind for another goal kick.
Not had problems getting the ball in the box, but quality of the header easier said than done, considering the Giants that Mohun Bagan Super Giants have at the back. Defended yet another ball into the box with relative ease, and Priyansh Dubey yet to really face a real shot at him in this final. And that's exactly what Coach Degi Cardozo would have hoped for when he woke up this morning. Seeing that his team defensively have been so solid going forward. They've scored the goals, 5 in the semi-final, 3 now in the final. They've been outstanding here as Timsel Thompson sweeps the ball onto the right-hand side. He has the very impressive Tyson Singh, who's been electric on the flanks. He just leaves a defender for dead, puts the ball into the box. Good defending there. And Rohit Singh allowed to clear here and drive with the ball forward, looking to get his team up the pitch desperately here for Classic Football Academy. Mohun Bagan quickly back into the shape. It's a good ball. It's excellent defending. Just steps in front and wins the ball and feeds it onto the left-hand side. Chase is on. It's strong play down the left-hand side by Sotocom and tips the ball into a dangerous area there. Defending well. Johnson Singh comes across. They've still not cleared their lines. So Johnson lays it off to Sotocom on the left-hand side. Looking for options. Amandeep venturing forward. Good to see him back on his feet, venturing forward after that collision earlier on. Kyle just takes this thing out of the game once again as we are heading into the final 15 minutes. Junaid, nearly 3,500 people watching live on the Reliance Foundation YouTube channel. It is unbelievable support here for the two teams out here in the Reliance Foundation Development League. Just what we want to see, with great support all around.
That's right, and that has been we've been well rewarded with the kind of quality we have seen right throughout the National Championship round. Another booking, the card was pulled out. We'll get the confirmation in a bit. We've seen some electrifying games, big teams stepping up when it mattered the most. Mohun Bagan Supergiants in the semi-final against Jamshedpur was a one-sided affair in terms of the quality they brought to the table, and again here today in the finals, it takes the shot from the distance, goes wide of the target. Not going to trouble Priyansh Dubey from there on. It looks like it's going to be a drinks break and an opportunity for a set of instructions to be thrown in at both the sides.
Towards the final quarter here, last opportunity for both coaches to get their words across to their players here. Coach Degi Cardozo and Mohun Bagan Supergiants will be keeping it as is from their perspective. It's gone very much according to plan. From that yellow card for Soto, from that challenge. The game has been played with great spirit here. A couple of yellow cards, but you fully expect that in a high-intensity, high-octane final. That's exactly what we have seen here today, as Mohun Bagan Supergiants are just 15 minutes of stoppage time away from claiming their first trophy in the National Championship in the Reliance Foundation Development League. They've worked tremendously hard. They set the goal early on in November to reach the finals and win the finals. But that dream might just turn into a reality in 15 odd minutes. It's been a terrific performance from the team from Kolkata. From minute 1 to minute 75, they've been well on top. And it's wonderful to see all the dignitaries out there, big names coming out to watch these two finalists give it their absolute all. As Mohun Bagan Supergiants find themselves in cruise control here.
That's right, the last time these two teams met, it was a goalless draw. This time it's been goals from one side, goals being on one end. Mohun Bagan Supergiant right on top of the form. Scored 8 so far in the knockouts. Pretty sure the kind of quality they have, kind of forward pressing they have, they'll be looking to add another one and just take this game out of Classic Football Academy's reach. They have, even now, it's all about adding that extra bit of cushion. Classic Football Academy, they have blundered goals left, right and centre right throughout the campaign. On the big night, hasn't been the best of the nights so far for them. Can they try and get something to think about for Mohun Bagan in these final 13 odd minutes here? Again, taking that cautious route, trying to play out from the back. Here's Sumit. Hasn't been the best of the days for him as well. Couldn't quite get the clearance right for Pasant Tamangdoji's second goal. Missed out with the clearance and was presented with an opportunity for Pasant. Didn't miss out. Gosh, hasn't been effective in this fixture. Otherwise, has been absolutely top-notch in terms of his ball distribution. The way he has scored. Here's Rohit. Heavy touch. And, got the ball back here, Mohun Bagan.
Foul given there, and Mohun Bagan Supergiants once again mopping up defensively very well. Not just won the first ball, but the way that they've tackled the second and third balls have been very impressive to see. Put in a perfect performance in the final here, giving absolutely nothing away to the opposition. We're heading into the final phase of the match here. Still looking very comfortable, still protecting Priyansh Dubey in goal. That's a heavy challenge there. Amandeep has suffered a couple of them. Skipper has been on the receiving end of some crucial challenges. Expect him, showing the toughness that he has throughout the campaign, to be back on his feet as quickly as possible.
He's led this team beautifully right throughout. Amandeep has been the backbone of that back line for Mohun Bagan, along with Mukhtar. Of course, Raj Basfor has been in and out. It's a very experienced backline for Mohun Bagan Supergiants on the day, turning up the heat on a very good attacking-wise Classic Football Academy side. Plays it down the line, gets dispossessed. Here's a Classic Football Academy. Can they try and pick up the crumbs in these last 10-11 minutes? Please get themselves a goal back and see how it goes from there on. It's a huge task. It's going to be an absolute miracle from here on for them to try and come back into this. We have seen things happen, some weird things happen in the past as well. Can that feat repeat in favor of the team from Manipur?
Football Academy showed their comeback spirit against Trinity Deccan early on in the campaign. They were 2-1 down, staring down the barrel, scoring 2 in stoppage time. Goal from Blessing and Rohit Singh at the very end, kicking off their 2-2 campaign. They need something similar. They'll need something spectacular here if they're trying to rescue something from this final as we head towards the final 10 minutes here. The Mohun Bagan Super Giants is just taking the foot off the gas here, just look to off the ball around, protect the ball as much as possible. Classic Football Academy, the route to goals still seems very, very difficult. Try to play those long balls forward, which have been easily dealt with. Good here from Bangsan Singh, well defended. Sandeep Malik there for company. He's done very well. It seems that they always have an extra player out there defensively helping out. It's a heavy touch. They look to pitch that away and might be a foul, and it is. He's lost his composure and his concentration for a second. Good work there from Bharat. Just to nip in there to get the ball first. And Sivajit's luck has run out here. He's made a few of those challenges this time right at the edge of the box, and a massive opportunity for Classic Football Academy for about 22 yards to try and get their shot on target here.
That's right, and I'll tell you what, Suraj, if this one goes in, it's going to be game on. Still a long, long way. Can they try and hit the target? Can they try and put some pressure on that back line? Can they try and test out Priyansh Dubey? Is a big, big question. Has had a relatively easy game from the finals point of view. Priyansh Dubey hasn't had enough to do in between the sticks. Still got about 8 minutes rather left. That's a thick bit. Confirmation. Bharat has gone out. Byum Wycombe gets a look in for whatever is remaining of this fixture. Mirbash, laser focus, looking at the ball and the target. Can he try and deliver one time? Still got 8 minutes for a comeback here. Time is running out thick and fast. Confirmation of that yellow card as well for Sibajit. Mirbash couldn't quite get the sort of curl he would have ideally liked. That tail back a little bit, but not enough. Goes side netting. That was a good opportunity. It was a well taken free kick as well, Suraj.
A good free kick here, just looking to get that around the wall there. You see the late jump there from Sai Linandar, which was not very happy from the Mohun Bagan Super Giants defenders. See that ball nearly troubled Priyansh Dubey from it, catching the side netting. The Mohun Bagan Super Giants can once again breathe easy here. Football Academy trying to plot their way back here. Any sort of mistake they look to pounce upon. On the right hand side is Tumsul Thompson. Lays it off nicely to Tyson Singh. Looking for options. Keeping the ball again. They've given it away again. Here's Rishi Singh now in the midfield area. It's a heavy touch. Plenty of Mohun Bagan shirts helping out defensively. Outstanding from Sandeep Malik. Brilliant defensive work there to make the interception. Pumps the ball forward. Heading into the final 7 minutes of stoppage time here. Time really running out for Classic Football Academy. It's now or never really. Get one goal back and try and put some sort of pressure on Mohun Bagan Super Giants, who have been absolutely brilliant in this final. From minute 1, about minute 80, they've very seldom put a foot wrong here. Saw a brilliant hat-trick from Dorsey Tamang as he looks to go forward. Another pass, well intercepted, good defending. Enough bodies back, helping out defensively. They look to plot another counter-attack here. Just take their time with the ball. Go all the way back here.
That's right. And another confirmation of the change. Umar Mukhtar goes out and Raj Basfor gets into the action for the last 7 minutes. Sibajit trying to shift it towards the right, where the goals have come from. Trying to take it on there. Roshan Singh gets hold of the ball, pushes it towards the centre. Here's Rohit. Hasn't had the best of the days from the midfield's perspective. Otherwise, he's ran the show in the centre of the park. And still with Classic Football Academy, trying to pick out a pass, doesn't find an option. Is forced to go backwards. Here's Govind Singh. He's drawn a bit more central. Made those ventures further forward in the early parts of the second half. Here's Arbash now on the ball. Shifts it towards the centre once again. Can they try and pick out the right possible option? Here's Roshan, goes lateral, lost that one inside the penalty area, straight towards Raj Basfor. Second ball was a shout from the touchline, manages to get the clearance away. Can they try and break out on the counter? Here's Mohun Bagan Super Giants who've looked absolutely threatening right throughout the evening. Here's Pasanta Mangdoji, shifts it wide towards the left. Here's Thompson one-on-one with the full-back. Here's the support from Amandeep. It's been pinned down there. Amandeep is looking for the right possible options. Goes sideways. It's been pushed towards Sibajit. Gets the ball in control. Here's Umar Mukhtar. As Livon Kestenha finds Umar once again in the back line.
5 minutes per stoppage time remain in the final here. And Mohun Bagan Super Giants are putting on a masterclass in terms of keeping the ball away from the opposition. Badly fast, finding their teammates with real regularity. There's a double substitution being prepared here for Mohun Bagan Super Giants as they look to close this out. Raj will be coming on for Umar Muthur shortly, and I think Joshi Tamang's evening has also come to an end. He's been absolutely brilliant, and what a time he has picked to score a hat-trick in the final. Get his team in an unassailable position at this moment. 3-0 to the good here as they look to close this game out. There's a substitution confirmation. 43, Ivamunda coming on. He scored the 5th goal in the semi-final against Jamshedpur Football Club, showing that the threat, not just in the starting 11, but also the players coming off the bench now with 4 minutes to stoppage time remain. Classic Football Academy still looking for the goal here. At this point, might just seem as a consolation and try and put a bit of pressure on them as Arbash has picked the ball up. And from distance, and goes for a shot. It's another block. It's brilliant from Sahil and Amdar. The two centre halves have really earned their keep here. They have been tremendous preventing the shots towards Priyan Stube in goal. Once again, they clear the ball, get that away as the second stick over here for Mohun Bagan Super Giants. They might just start the celebrations on the sideline, but Coach Degi Cardozo will be urging for calm here. The job's still not finished, but they're nearly there, Junaid.
Yeah, that's right, and it's all about game management from here on. We've got 3 minutes and the stoppages to defend for Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Scored a couple in the first half, one in the second. And the game is well and truly, and the trophy, the championship is in the bag from Mohun Bagan Super Giants' perspective. There's Serto Kumar again, giving everything he has possibly got. Sumit does well to get it away from the defender. Still Serto Kum, can he provide the finishing touch? I don't know how that has stayed out. Had a couple of options waiting in the center, right in front of the goal. Classic Football Academy gets this into some sort of normalcy in the last few minutes left in the contest here.
Superb feed there from Sertocom in the box as getting word that 10 minutes of stoppage time might just be added on here. The stoppage is another ball in, it's another defensive header there. I've lost count here, Junaid, of the number of times the two centre halves have just dealt with those long balls. Sandeep Malik pushing forward, looking for the fourth and the cherry on top of a very good take here for Mohun Bagan Super Giants. They've put in a perfect performance in the final, knowing that what's at stake and all the pressure that comes with it. They've passed this test with flying colours. And for Classic Football Academy, it seems that their journey will end in the finals, but take nothing away from their journey from the regionals all the way to the finals. Not many would have expected the team from Manipur in the finals. Such has been their performances, exceeding all sorts of expectations. It's just looking like they might just fall short in the final hurdle as yet another defensive clearance from Mohun Bagan here. Look for a quick counter-attack here. And into the box here. 90 seconds remain of the 90 minutes. As Classic Football Academy looking for a goal just to get themselves something to take back on their way back to Manipur. It's another clearance. It's a clever pass to be easily dealt with Bangsan Singh, who, along with Sumit, have had plenty of touches in those forward areas to push the ball, but they haven't really gotten any sort of joy.
They come once again from the right. Rishi hasn't been allowed that space. Samson lost one inside the penalty area. It's spilled over. The flag had gone up rather. Got the job done here. Been absolutely marvellous right throughout these 90 minutes. Mohun Bagan Super Giants, Classic Football Academy couldn't quite find an answer to the questions that were posted left, right and centre, especially in the first half. That scoreline could have been a lot worse from their perspective. Santa Mangdoji had some glorious opportunities. He's had a hat-trick could have added a few more to his tally. Here's Classic Football Academy again being asked to defend in the last minute of the regulation time. Can they try and bring this forward, get something out of this fixture? Classic Football Academy and trying to go with a crossfield pass towards the right and find Samson. Tries to take on Shiba Munda, performing his defensive duties. There's Govind Singh. Made that forward run. Samson gets across in and straight towards that back line. There's Mohun Bagan Super Giants through Sertocombe. Can they try and push it forward one more time? There's Sertocombe, finds an option in Tyson Singh. Tyson cuts it in. Tyson takes the shot, gets the block. And, it falls towards Shiba Munda. Had an opportunity to hit it first time. Gets the block. Classic Football Academy finally gets the clearance away.
Mohun Bagan Super Giants ready to celebrate. You can see the players on the touchline waiting to just explode out of the bench in celebrations here. They have done the job, and how. They have been absolutely brilliant throughout this tournament, as Mohun Bagan Super Giants might be ready to not a triple substitution here into stoppage time. 3 minutes of stoppage time was added on. We're into the stoppage time here for Classic Football Academy. Time now running out. Let me get that forward. Rohit Singh on the right-hand side. Here's Samson, who's been bright since coming on. Hopefully get his team a goal in the final, but again, it's just brilliant defending. Sahil was convinced that the last touch had come off the attacker.
It's going to be a throw-in as Roshan Singh tried to go deep into the penalty area. Can he try and find a yellow shirt right behind that one? Loosed it one. Priyansh Dubey, and as safe as houses, grabs onto that one without any disturbance or interference. Still got about 90 seconds left. Launches that one in the air. The idea was to try and get Sertocombe involved. Here's Govind Singh. And Suraj still looking to launch one towards the other side of the pitch. Here's Govind. Pushes it down the line into the centre. Zarbash trying to pick out Roshan. Roshan goes back towards Govind. Again, that's just been the case right throughout these 90 minutes from CFA's perspective. They've had more touches in their own defensive third. Zarbash plays it towards the centre, shifted towards it. Samson, who gets the cross in. And again, Sibajit gets the clearance away. And still CFA trying to get it forward, get it up the pitch. Here Zarbash has had a very quiet game from his perspective. Spreads that back line, gets something towards, gets the cross in, and an easy grab in the end for Priyansh Dubey.
Well, that surely might be that, as the triple substitution being confirmed. Jan Murgoth getting stoppage time to get a few minutes under his belt here. Missed out. He'll feel disappointed that did miss out in those crucial moments to start, but the most important thing is the team's success, and that's exactly what's gone on here, as we are surely now into the final knockings of this match. Classic Football Academy launching the ball forward. Good first touch, bring that under control. Mohun Bagan Super Giants, they nearly celebrate, they're nearly there at the finish line, and the referee blows the full-time whistle, and it's Mohun Bagan Super Giants who've got the name on the trophy. 3-0 here at the Reliance Corporate Park after Dorji Tamang's hat-trick has given Mohun Bagan Super Giants their first title at the Reliance Foundation Development League. And what a couple of weeks it's been for the team from Kolkata. First ISL trophy.
That was a great game. Congratulations to both teams for entertaining us, and congratulations to Mohun Bagan Super Giant for emerging victorious. We will be back shortly.
To Classic Football Academy, who have tried their best till the very end, but they ultimately fall short in the final hurdle. And it's Mohun Bagan Super Giants who can now celebrate after a tough and arduous season, which began all the way back in November, now culminates with lifting the trophy here at the Reliance Corporate Park in April. Wonderful scenes here, and yet another brilliant advert of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Tremendous stuff here, and congratulations to Mohun Bagan Super Giants. They have been brilliant in the final. They've done the job, and they take everything with them. They take the trophy, they take it all. And commiserations to Classic Football Academy. Full time here at the Reliance Corporate Park, as we'll be back very shortly with the post-match presentation. It's Classic Football Academy 0. It's Dorji Tamang and Mohun Bagan Super Giants 3. Well, we'll bring you the highlights of the second half. And after the first half, it just seemed like Classic Football Academy would have a mountain to climb. And that's exactly what happened after Dorji Tamang's brace in the first half. Mohun Bagan Super Giants kept defending. And when the chance arrived, it was Dorji Tamang who buried the finish for his hat trick. And what a time to score a hat trick in the final. That is something that he'll never forget. As Classic Football Academy huffed and puffed till the very end, trying to get a goal back, but they seldom succeeded because of the way that Mohun Bagan Super Giants defended their box. In the second half, we saw a brilliant block there from Umer Mutter. One of the reasons why Priyansh Dubey had very little to do in goal. The two centre halves, absolutely brilliant with the work that they put in throughout the team. It was just brilliant to see. And after that, it was just a masterclass in terms of keeping the ball and keeping your opponent at arm's length. For Classic Football Academy, they've been excellent throughout the campaign. They found themselves in the final on merit, but they couldn't get over the hump. That final hurdle, which Mohun Bagan Super Giants closed up. Opportunities kept coming as balls kept being floated into the box. Every time Classic Football Academy tried that, they couldn't get that away. As Arbash's effort found the side netting from that free kick, about 20 yards. Soto Com nearly adding the fourth right at the end there. Brilliant save from Suraj Singh to keep it at 3, getting down low and making sure the ball was parried away from the danger area. Classic Football Academy, through their credit, kept pushing, kept looking for the goal. Saw the likes of Samson and Blessing just trying their very best to try and affect the game from the bench, but it couldn't happen. So you look at the stats here, all in favor of the champions, Mohun Bagan Super Giants. More of the ball, got 10 shots on target to Classic Football Academy 6. Created 15 chances for Classic Football Academy. Their chances were more in hope rather than expectations as the tackles kept flying through, but the game was played in really good spirits, with the referee keeping his cards to his pocket on most occasions, handing out a couple of yellow cards. Well, yet another successful season of the Reliance Foundation Development League comes to an end, and it's Mohun Bagan Super Giants that are the champions. It's full time here at the Reliance Corporate Park. It's Classic Football Academy 0, Mohun Bagan Super Giants 3. Well, stay tuned. We have the post-match presentation very, very shortly, as the medals will be handed out along with the player of the match. I have a feeling that I know who the player of the match is, and it'll be no surprises for the guys who have watched the game, who know who's going to get that award. It's been a brilliant game. It's been another brilliant season in the Reliance Foundation Development League. Absolute pleasure in calling these games and seeing the teams go from strength to strength from season on season. And it's Mohun Bagan Super Giants who will celebrate as Coach Degi Cardozo gets hoisted in the air, gets a bit of water chucked on him, and why not? They deserve everything here after a sensational performance in the final. 3-0 is a scoreline which might look flattering in the final, but they deserved every bit of it. After a sensational performance from minute 1 to minute 90, they dominated the finals. They were excellent in the semi-finals. They kept their composure throughout the tournament, and now they'll have their name on the trophy. Welcome to the presentation ceremony of the Reliance Foundation Development League Season 4. Well, it's been a game of thrills and spills, and what a brilliant tournament it has been. And it finally ends at the conclusion with Mohun Bagan Super Giants having the name of the trophy. Terrific performance for them. And it would be my absolute pleasure now to invite Mr. Bibiano Fernandez onto the field, head coach of the Under-20 Indian national team, who's known and enjoyed several of his players in action today. We have seen so many dignitaries will be out there in the middle, and it'll just be an absolute pleasure to see them and give the encouragement to the players out there, as they've seen a terrific final. One-sided maybe, but the way that both teams have approached and played the game has really been special. There you have it. Welcome to the presentation ceremony of the Reliance Foundation Development League Season 4. And it's my pleasure to invite on the field Bibiano Fernandez, head coach of the Under-20 Indian national team, who has seen a lot of his players out there in the middle. So we have is Mr. Jose Barreto, coach with the Reliance Foundation Young Champs. And alongside him is the chief refereeing officer of the All India Football Federation, Mr. Trevor Kettle. The Reliance Foundation Development League would like to thank the All India Football Federation for their technical support and all the participating teams for giving us an action-packed season on the 4th season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. We would like to start off by thanking our officials, without whose support this tournament would not be possible. Leading the way for the technical team is the match commissioner, Shirzad Hosi Bathena. Thank you very much, Trevor, for handing off the medals. Brilliant scenes from him, and thank you very much to the match commissioner and the officials who have kept a really tight lid and made sure the game was played with a really good support. And there is the refereeing team, Jarvish Makwan, who had a perfect game in terms of refereeing out there in the middle with his assistants. Great to see Vasant Kumar, Yuvraj Tari out there, all receiving their medals. And why not? What a tournament they've had in terms of keeping a good lid and keeping the game flowing, to see some very good football in the Reliance Foundation Development League. Wonderful to see Mr. Bibiano Fernandez, Mr. Jose Barreto, and Mr. Trevor Kettle handing out those medals and the handshakes. Big smiles on the faces of the officials. It's wonderful to see. It really is. The officials getting the recognition that they deserve for keeping this tournament well. Massive smiles on the faces as they receive their medals from Mr. Trevor Kettle. Well, now, as the officials have gotten their awards, we will be moving on to the Player of the Match award. And there will be no surprises who will be receiving this honor. It's the man with a hat-trick in the biggest game. And there he is, Mr. Pasang Dorji Tamang, with a hat-trick in the final. Well, how many players can say that they scored 3 goals in the final? Very few. But Pasang Dorji Tamang will be one of them who will remember this evening for the rest of his life, propelling his team to the 3-0 victory, courtesy of the 3 goals that he scored, 2 in the first half and 1 in the third, to give them that unassailable 3-0 victory. And there he is. There's the man, Pasang Dorji Tamang. A hat-trick in the final. He gets the Player of the Match award. No surprises. The man from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Please cheer for him. And thank you very much, Dorji Tamang, for what a performance in the final it was. We would now like to move on to the Reliance Foundation Development League Tournament Awards for the top individual performers. Well, the first one is the Golden Glove. The Golden Glove Award is awarded to the goalkeepers who keep the maximum number of clean sheets. And with a tally of 10 clean sheets, the Golden Glove Award goes to the best goalkeeper. And there's your man, Priyansh Dubey from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Congratulations, Priyansh. You've been brilliant between the sticks. Marshall, with your centre halves, put in a terrific performance in the final with the clean sheet as well. Awesome job there from Priyansh Dubey. Well, next we have the Golden Boot Award for the maximum number of goals scored. And what a season this man has had for Jamshedpur Football Club with a tally of 16 goals is Lon Sangzwala, fondly known as Mama between his teammates. He's been outstanding with knowing exactly where the back of the net is, scoring 16 goals in the Reliance Foundation Development League. He'll be disappointed that he couldn't play the finals, but he knows that he had a tournament to be very proud of. Congratulations, Mama. What a performance and what a season you've had. And next we have the Golden Ball. The Golden Ball Award awarded to the most consistent player in the competition. And the winner of the Reliance Foundation Development League Season 4 Golden Ball is Mohammad Arbash, the number 10 for Classic Football Academy. He will be disappointed with the way his team ended the campaign, but he can be so proud of the way that he represented the badge throughout the campaign, all the way from November to March. Excellent season for Mohammad Arbash from Classic Football Academy. Let's hear it from him. Congratulations, Arbash, for this individual honor. And now we move on to the team awards. Congratulations to both Mohun Bagan Super Giants and Classic Football Academy. And first up, it's the runners-up trophy. And it will be Classic Football Academy, whose players will be out there to receive it, and they get the Garden of Honor. What a brilliant sight that is. Great sign of respect from Mohun Bagan Super Giants to their beaten finalists, as Classic Football Academy will come up and receive their runners-up medals. They may not be the winners, but they are the next best team at the Reliance Foundation Development League Season 4, led by their skipper, Yendram Rohit Singh for Classic Football Academy. Well, they have had a tournament that they can be very proud of. They have gone from strength to strength, from the regionals all the way to the national championship. They have exceeded expectations and now have set a benchmark to go from strength to strength from season on season. Excellent performance from Classic Football Academy. Commiserations on the day to finishing runners-up. But they have played the final. They know what a big moment this has been, and possibly for their football academy to go on and achieve greater things going forward. Led by their skipper Rohit Singh, with his players all receiving a thoroughly deserved silver medal here. As they receive their medals from Bibiano Fernandez and Jose Barreto, as the coaching staff, led by Chandam Singh, he would be very, very pleased with the way that his boys have gone out and represented the badge. They couldn't get the job done in the final, but there's so many positives to take from here. Chandam Singh and his coaching staff can be so pleased with the way that their boys have gone out and represented the shirt. And there's the trophy, the runners-up trophy collected by the skipper of Classic Football Academy and the coach Chandam Singh. Rohit Singh, congratulations for a brilliant tournament. It may not have ended up where you wanted it, but you can be very proud of the way your team and your boys have gone out there and given it your all. The runners-up trophy to Classic Football Academy. And now is the moment that everybody has been waiting for. It's the winner's trophy. And they'll take their time. They'll milk this moment. This is what they've been waiting for when the season began, all the way in November, to reach this very moment in the finals to receive the winner's medal. And they'll be loving every moment of this. Brilliant scenes for Mohun Bagan Super Giants. They played so well. They played in style. And let's celebrate the champions of the Reliance Foundation Development League Season 4, Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Receiving their medals, having an absolute ball in the middle there, enjoying their moments, receiving the gold medals. They have worked tirelessly. They have worked through adversity. And now they can enjoy this very moment. Gold medals that will be displayed proudly, not just in their homes, but also with Mohun Bagan Super Giants, who've had some couple of weeks here. First wrapping up the ISL title, and now the champions of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Priyansh Dubey collecting his medal. He's going to have a very, very packed trophy cabinet here, winning the Golden Glove, and then also the winner's medal. As everybody in the squad playing their part. They might not have played massive minutes, but every single member, even in the substitutes, have played their part. And that just shows you the appreciation that we have as Sibajit, Tamang, everybody leading their way to get the gold medal here. Even Castania, Omer Mutter, what performances in the final. To keep a clean sheet in the final is no mean feat. They've been brilliant throughout the campaign, and they get their awards. Well, as the players get their medals, it's time for the coaching staff, led by Coach Degi Cardozo, to get the medals. What a performance from him and his boys. Get the medals, massive smiles on their faces, and led by their skipper, Amandeep, who will collect the coveted Champions Trophy. Well, the season 4 of the Reliance Foundation Development League has a new name on it, and it is Mohun Bagan Super Giants, led by their coach Degi Cardozo and their skipper Amandeep, with the trophy here. Well, what scenes are going to follow here as Amandeep will walk with the trophy with his team, who are waiting in anticipation, and Mohun Bagan Super Giants will be celebrating all through the night here for a brilliant campaign which ends as champions of the Reliance Foundation Development League. It's time to celebrate the champions of the Reliance Foundation Development League Season 4. Big congratulations to Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Wonderful scenes here at the Reliance Corporate Park, and they'll party all night long, and they deserve it. A sensational campaign which ends with the winner's medal, and they will enjoy every single moment of this. They worked tirelessly hard, and now they can celebrate. Everyone getting their hands on the trophy. They'll never forget this moment, and why not? Superb scenes there. Everybody having a moment in front of the cameras with that coveted trophy. It's so good to see. Big smiles on their faces. And there you have it, the skipper Amandeep orchestrating the celebrations like he did with his team on the pitch. Sensational from Mohun Bagan Super Giants, who can be clicking photos all into the night and post it to their socials, as it's Mohun Bagan Super Giants with the name on the trophy. Well, there you have it. Yet another successful season of the Reliance Foundation Development League comes to an end. And this time we have a new winner, and that is Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Well, superb scenes here, and this brings us to the end of the Reliance Foundation Development League Season 4. Before signing off from here, we would like to extend a big thank you to all our partners, the local staff and volunteers who have worked tirelessly to deliver this championship as we look to nurture the best football talent in this country. A massive thank you to everyone present here. Until we meet again for the next edition of the Reliance Foundation Development League, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys soon. This is the Reliance Foundation Development League signing off with me, Suraj, here alongside my co-commentator, Junaid. It's been an absolute privilege in calling off these games, and I'll see you guys very, very shortly for the next edition.